Hey, what's up, turtles? It's Krik here with Black Owl Outdoors, and today I'm going to show you what I use to keep my leather goods nice. Some of you know that I work with leather and I sell some of my leather goods, and I get enough questions asking what products I use to keep my leather in good working order. So there's an in-depth process I go through when I'm actually making something sort of from scratch with leather. But today I want to kind of just touch on what I use as upkeep with leather. This is Obenauf's Heavy Duty LP. It's made in the USA product. There's a lot of leather workers that stand by this. I know Justin Wolf uses it, Ryan at Deep Woods Handcraft uses this, Cody at Wrangler Star uses this, and that's specifically what it's designed for, how Cody uses it, as this was designed for and by wildland firefighters. And let's take a look inside. Looks like I need to get some more. Here it is, it's almost like a paste. And this is a mix between like beeswax, there's propolis in here. Smells really good. And this is a smaller, I think the 4 ounce, I think this is a 4 ouncer, which is like around 10 bucks. And if you were to buy this for personal use, this small container would last you probably your whole life, in all honesty. I want to take my boot off because there are some leather accents on my boot. This is the Lems Boulder boot. I've done a video on this already. It's sort of initial video, and you can see there's some leather accents. This dark brown running towards the toe, up here are the laces. This is a smooth surface leather, and I really only use this Obenauf's on smooth surfaced leather. When I start to see scuffs on the leather, that's when I know it's time to put more Obenauf's on, because when you do put a good healthy amount of Obenauf's on leather, there's a waxy protective film almost that coats the surface of the leather. This stuff goes a long way, so I don't really need a lot to start with. So the leather's not really that dirty. I'm not going to wipe this down. I'm not going to clean the leather. If your boots or any of your leather goods are in really bad condition, they're super dirty, there's a lot of grit in it, you'd want to clean that first. But I don't need to do that. I'm not going to do that with these today. So I have some of the Obenauf's on my finger. I'm just going to start applying it on the leather. Work in circular motions and work it in. And because this stuff was designed, Obenauf's, this Heavy Duty LP specifically, was designed for wildland firefighting, the propolis sort of suspends some of the oils that when there's heat applied, it releases it. It's sort of like a timed release. And it's kind of how that makes a difference when you're applying it, is that if you actually build up some heat through friction, or you can use, or set it in the sun, or like a hair dryer on a really low setting, it will actually allow the Obenauf's to penetrate deeper into the leather. Not a bad idea to get some on the stitching as well. Help protect that if it's a cotton or linen stitching. This wax mixture will help protect that as well, moisturize it. Because leather is basically the skin of the animal, and I use cowhide primarily. And how I sort of explain to people is that you want to treat the leather like you would treat your skin. You know when your skin's dry, when you might need some moisturizer, or if you get scratched when your skin's really dry, how much worse it can be. And that's pretty much the same principle I use for my leather and tell people. And one of the nice things about this Obenauf's is that it really does keep the leather cleaner, or it's easier to clean, because I notice when I use it and say I'm walking through mud and the mud dries on the leather parts, that whenever I want to just wipe it off, it really just pretty much wipes right off. And it's easier to maintain when the leather's well conditioned. And it's really important to get it on these parts where there's going to be creasing on the outside here, where the boot flexes when you're walking. Parts right here where it's going to be creasing. Just pay a little special extra attention to there. And this leather wasn't in bad shape at all. I'm not going to let any of my leather goods get in really bad shape, because I'm a firm believer of, sort of constant upkeep and maintenance keeps our equipment nicer and lasts that much longer. So this will dry and it'll cure a little bit, but you can see there's, as I move it, I'm not sure if it's picking it up, but you can actually see the swirls my finger is making, the Obenauf's, the application. And like I said, it leaves almost this waxy film on the top of the leather that just makes the leather more abrasion resistant. So that's pretty much all there is to it with the application of this Obenauf's heavy duty LP. A couple words of caution that if you do, if you're going to apply this to your leather goods, it's definitely going to darken the leather. And personally, that doesn't bother me at all. But if you have nice boots or a thinner, higher quality leather that's a specific color, you want to keep it, you might not want to use this. For me personally, I don't care if the leather darkens. Most of the leather I have, or pretty much all of it's utilitarian use. It needs to function, aesthetics are second, but just something worth mentioning. And this heavy duty LP is not going to waterproof your leather. It's still going to allow the leather to breathe for moisture transfer if you're sweating, this and that. It's definitely going to offer good water resistance, especially if you put a couple coats on and right after you put a couple coats on. So it's really up to you and how you use your gear, your climate, how often, all that, as to when you're going to need to reapply, any type of conditioner to your boots. So if you have any questions about leather care products or leather goods, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer all that for you. So if you have any leather care products you like of your own, again, you can leave a comment and let me know. I'm always interested in learning how other people take care of their equipment. To the next video, this is Krik with Black Owl. Later, turtles.